What if I told you that heart attacks are not inevitable, that diabetes does not have to be lifelong, and that many of today's most feared chronic diseases are not only preventable, but in many cases, reversible? This may sound impossible to some people because for decades we have been taught that disease is simply a matter of bad genes, bad luck, or getting older. But what you are about to hear challenges that belief at its very core. This is not a trend, not a social media theory, and not a quick fix solution. This is the life's work of a physician who has spent more than 30 years studying how food affects the human body at the deepest biological level.
Heart attacks and strokes and dementia doesn't have to happen. We don't have to have heart disease. All of us could be free of that if we so choose. A nutritarian diet is therapeutically more effective than medications for almost every medical condition.
Meet Dr. Joel Fuhrman M.D., one of the world's leading voices in nutrition-based medicine. He is a board-certified family physician and a 7-time New York Times best-selling author whose work has influenced millions of people across the globe. For over 3 decades, Dr. Fuhrman has dedicated his career to proving one powerful idea. Most chronic diseases that society accepts as normal are not inevitable consequences. Aging. Heart disease, type 2 diabetes, obesity, high blood pressure, autoimmune disorders, and even certain cancers are largely the result of nutritional choices made day after day, year after year. According to Dr. Fuhrman, when nutrition changes, the body changes. The human body is not weak or fragile by design. It is resilient, intelligent, and capable of extraordinary self-repair when given the right raw materials. His message is consistent across all his best-selling books, including Eat to Live, The End of Heart Disease, and The End of Diabetes. When food is chosen for its nutrient density rather than just its calories or taste, the body has an extraordinary ability to heal itself, protect itself, and thrive. Dr. Fuhrman often asks a question that makes people uncomfortable because it challenges what they have always believed. It challenges what they have always believed. Why don't people know you don't have to suffer heart attacks? Why don't they know that strokes are often avoidable? Why don't they know that many of these diseases can be reversed? Sometimes more easily than they think. He explains that the problem is not a lack of intelligence or willpower. The problem is misinformation and a culture that focuses on treating symptoms instead of addressing root causes. The answer, according to Dr. Fuhrman, lies in adopting what he calls a nutritarian way of eating. This approach is not a diet, in the traditional sense. It is not about restriction, starvation, or counting calories. It is a nutritional framework designed to maximize health, longevity, and disease resistance by prioritizing foods that deliver the highest concentration of nutrients per calorie. A nutritarian diet is built on one simple principle. The more nutrients a food delivers relative to its calories, the more protective and healing it is for the body. This way of eating is designed to be extremely rich in vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and phytochemicals. These compounds are not optional extras. They are essential for cellular repair, immune function, detoxification, and the regulation of inflammation throughout the body. Dr. Fuhrman explains that your healthy life expectancy is largely determined by the foods you choose to eat every single day. It is not just about how long you live, but how well you live. Quality of life matters. Energy levels matter. Mental clarity matters. Freedom from chronic pain and medication dependence matters. All of these outcomes are directly influenced by nutritional quality. Most people are taught to think only in terms of calories. But calories alone do not create health. You can consume enough calories and still be severely malnourished at the cellular level. Dr. Fuhrman emphasizes that what truly matters is nutrient density. meaning how many protective compounds you get from each bite of food. When you consistently flood your body with the nutrients it needs, something remarkable happens. The body begins to repair itself. Inflammation decreases. Blood vessels regain flexibility. Blood sugar stabilizes. Cholesterol levels improve naturally. But the changes go even deeper than lab numbers. Food addictions begin to fade. Cravings weaken. Appetite normalizes. The body naturally gravitates toward its ideal weight without constant hunger, willpower battles, or extreme dieting. According to Dr. Fuhrman, this is the missing piece behind most modern health struggles. People are not addicted to food because they are weak. They are addicted because their bodies are starving for nutrients. When nutritional needs are finally met, the drive to overeat disappears on its own. A Nutritarian diet is also designed to be low in hormones that promote cancer and accelerate aging. Two of the most important hormones in this discussion are insulin and insulin-like growth factor 1, commonly known as HGS-1. Excessive levels of these hormones create an internal environment that encourages abnormal cell growth, inflammation, and accelerated aging. IGF-1, in particular, has been strongly linked to cancers such as breast cancer, prostate cancer, and colorectal cancer. Diet plays a major role in regulating IGF-1 levels. Diets high in processed foods, refined carbohydrates, and animal products tend to raise IGF-1, while diets rich in plant-based, nutrient-dense foods help keep it at safer levels. Dr. Fuhrman often contrasts the Nutritarian approach with the modern Western diet to highlight how far society has drifted from optimal nutrition. In countries like the United States, approximately 55% of total calories come from processed and refined foods. These foods are engineered for taste, shelf life, and profit, but they contain very few vitamins, minerals, or protective phytochemicals. Another 30% of calories come from animal products, many of which are consumed in highly processed or excessive forms. At the same time, less than 5% of total calories come from fruits, vegetables, and truly nutrient-rich whole foods. This means that most people are consuming enough calories to survive, but not enough nutrients to maintain long-term health. They are overfed and undernourished at the same time. This chronic nutritional deficiency creates a state of cellular stress. Cells are forced to function without the tools they need to repair DNA damage, neutralize free radicals, and regulate inflammation. Over time, this leads to the development of chronic disease. From this perspective, disease is not a random event. It is the predictable outcome of long-term nutritional neglect. To address this, Dr. Fuhrman emphasizes a group of foods he believes are the most powerful disease-fighting foods on the planet. He refers to them as G-bombs and describes them as the special forces of the immune system. These foods work on multiple levels at once. They inhibit fat storage, protect against cancer, strengthen immune defenses, support cardiovascular health, and help extend lifespan. The first of these foods is greens. Dr. Fuhrman strongly recommends eating a large salad every single day, not as an optional side dish, but as a foundational habit. Raw greens, especially cruciferous vegetables such as kale, arugula, bok choy, red cabbage, watercress, and similar varieties, are among the most nutrient-dense foods on Earth. They contain powerful compounds that activate detoxification enzymes, reduce oxidative stress, and help the body eliminate carcinogens before they can cause harm. These greens are rich in folate, vitamin K, magnesium, carotenoids, and thousands of phytochemicals that science is still discovering. They improve blood vessel function, support brain health, and play a key role in cancer prevention. According to Dr. Fuhrman, a daily salad is not optional if optimal. Health is the goal. The next critical food group in this framework is beans. Beans are one of the strongest predictors of long life ever identified in nutritional research. When scientists study populations around the world where people routinely live into their 90s and beyond, beans consistently appear as a dietary staple. The pattern is simple and remarkably consistent. The more beans people eat, the longer they tend to live. Beans serve as an ideal source of both protein and complex carbohydrates. They digest slowly, providing steady energy for hours, blood sugar, reduce insulin spikes, and prevent overeating by promoting long-lasting fullness to wellness. This makes them especially valuable for weight management and diabetes prevention. Beans also contain a wide range of protective compounds, including I5, phytic acid, polyphenols, and flavonoids. Colorful beans, such as black beans, red beans, and white beans contain different phenolic compounds that contribute to their disease-fighting effects. Research has shown that even eating beans just twice a week can cut the risk of colon cancer by approximately 50%. Many people worry about digestive discomfort when eating beans, but Dr. Fuhrman explains that this issue resolves itself with regular consumption. As the gut microbiome adapts, beneficial bacteria increase, digestion improves, and discomfort disappears. In fact, regular bean consumption improves gut health and immune function over time. This nutritional framework sets the stage for understanding how food can function as medicine, rather than just fuel. And this is only the beginning of the Nutritarian approach. As we continue exploring the Nutritarian approach, Dr. Fuhrman turns our attention to several foods that he believes play a critical role in protecting the body from chronic disease and premature aging. These foods are not exotic supplements or expensive superfoods. They are simple, accessible, everyday foods that work powerfully at the cellular level when consumed regularly. One of the most underestimated yet powerful foods in this framework is the onion. Onions belong to the allium family, which also includes garlic, leeks, scallions, and chives. Scientific studies have repeatedly shown that higher consumption of onions is associated with a dramatic reduction in the risk of many types of cancer. In some studies, the reduction ranges from 50% to as high as 88% among the highest consumers. What makes onions especially interesting is that these protective effects appear even at relatively modest intake levels. In the highest consumption groups, people were often eating only about half a cup of onions per day. This means that powerful protection does not require extreme behavior. Small, consistent habits can lead to meaningful biological changes over time. Dr. Fuhrman emphasizes that raw onions are particularly valuable. When onions are chopped or chewed raw, they activate enzymes that produce sulfur-containing compounds with strong anti-cancer effects. These compounds help neutralize carcinogens, reduce inflammation, and support immune surveillance. While cooked onions still offer benefits, combining cooked onions with some raw onion, especially in salads, helps preserve these protective enzymes. Onions also contain quercetin, a potent flavonoid with antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. Quercetin has been shown to inhibit cancer cell growth, support cardiovascular health, and reduce oxidative stress throughout the body. In addition, onions are rich in prebiotic fibers such as fructooligosaccharides, which nourish beneficial gut bacteria. A healthy gut microbiome plays a crucial role in immune function, hormone regulation, and protection against disease. Dr. Fuhrman often explains that when he approaches a salad bar, he intentionally adds raw onions or scallions because he understands how powerful these compounds are when consumed regularly. Over time, these small choices compound into significant health advantages. Another food that plays a unique role in the Nutritarian approach is mushrooms. While mushrooms may not score as high as greens on standard micronutrient scales, they possess special properties that make them exceptionally important in cancer prevention and immune defense. Mushrooms contain compounds that inhibit angiogenesis, which is the process by which tumors create new blood vessels to support their growth. The term angiogenesis comes from words meaning blood vessel formation. For a tumor to grow beyond a very small size, it must develop its own blood supply. By inhibiting this process, mushrooms effectively starve abnormal cells and limit their ability to grow and spread. This mechanism alone makes mushrooms a powerful anti-cancer food. In addition to inhibiting angiogenesis, mushrooms contain unique lectins that bind to abnormal or pre-cancerous cells. These lectins help the immune system identify and eliminate damaged cells before they can progress into full-blown cancer. Dr. Fuhrman often describes mushrooms as acting like an extra arm of the immune system, enhancing the body's natural surveillance mechanisms. Mushrooms have also been shown to make fat storage more difficult. They are low in calories but rich in compounds that influence metabolism and inflammation. Regular mushroom consumption is associated with improved immune response, better metabolic health, and reduced risk of certain cancers, particularly breast cancer. Next, Dr. Fuhrman highlights berries as another cornerstone of disease prevention. Berries include foods such as strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, and also pomegranate, which shares many of the same protective characteristics. Berries are among the most antioxidant-rich foods available, and their benefits extend far beyond their sweet taste. Berries have been shown to lower blood pressure, improve cholesterol profiles, and protect blood vessels from oxidative damage. They are particularly valuable for brain health as they help protect neurons from age-related decline and support memory and cognitive function. Regular berry consumption has been associated with slower brain aging and reduced risk of neurodegenerative diseases. One of the most important features of berries is their low glycemic impact. Despite their natural sweetness, berries cause only a modest rise in blood sugar. The fibers, polyphenols, and pectins they contain slow the absorption of glucose, making them especially beneficial for people concerned about diabetes or insulin resistance. Some of the most compelling research on berries involves their effects on cancer. In certain studies, researchers observed early-stage cancers regressing when patients consumed concentrated berry extracts, even without major changes to the rest of their diet. For example, studies involving strawberry extracts showed reductions in abnormal cell proliferation and increased apoptosis, which is the programmed death of damaged cells. These findings surprised even the scientists conducting the research, highlighting just how powerful the compounds in berries can be. Dr. Fuhrman emphasizes that these effects are not magic. They are the result of thousands of phytochemicals working together to protect DNA, reduce inflammation, and support immune defenses. Another essential component of the Nutritarian approach is seeds. Seeds play a major role in providing healthy fats, essential fatty acids, and micronutrients that support cardiovascular health and longevity. Large population studies consistently show that people who regularly consume nuts and seeds have lower all-cause mortality and significantly reduced risk of cardiovascular death. Dr. Fuhrman explains that a nutritarian diet obtains most of its fat from whole food sources such as seeds, nuts, and avocados, rather than from refined oils. Whole seeds provide fiber, antioxidants, and phytochemicals along with their fats, creating a balanced and protective nutritional profile. One of the key considerations when consuming seeds is the balance between omega-6 and omega-3 fatty acids. Modern diets tend to be excessively high in omega-6 fats, which can promote inflammation when not balanced with sufficient omega-3 intake. Dr. Fuhrman recommends prioritizing omega-3 rich seeds such as flax seeds, chia seeds, hemp seeds, and walnuts. Walnuts, in particular, are often described by Dr. Fuhrman as the king of nuts. They contain the highest ratio of omega-3 to omega-6 fatty acids among commonly consumed nuts. This balance helps reduce inflammation, support brain health, and protect the cardiovascular system. Dr. Fuhrman also acknowledges that some individuals, such as athletes or highly active people, may require additional protein. In these cases, seeds such as hemp seeds, sunflower seeds, and pine nuts can provide extra protein while still fitting within a Nutritarian framework. He has worked with high-performing athletes who follow this approach and maintain exceptional strength, endurance, and recovery. What ties all of these foods together is not just their individual benefits, but the way they work synergistically within the body. Greens reduce oxidative stress and activate detoxification pathways. Beans stabilize blood sugar and nourish beneficial gut bacteria. Yields and mushrooms enhance immune surveillance. Berries protect DNA and brain cells. Seeds provide essential fats that regulate inflammation and hormone balance. Together, these foods create an internal environment that is hostile to disease and supportive of healing. Instead of constantly fighting symptoms with medications, the body is given the tools it needs to restore balance on its own. Dr. Fuhrman emphasizes that this approach does not require perfection. It requires consistency. Eating these foods regularly, day after day, creates cumulative benefits that become more powerful over time. The immune system strengthens. Inflammation decreases. Cellular repair improves. And the risk of chronic disease declines dramatically. Many people who adopt this way of eating under proper medical supervision are able to reduce or even discontinue certain medications. Blood pressure normalizes. Cholesterol improves. Blood sugar stabilizes. Energy levels rise. Sleep quality improves. Mental clarity sharpens. These changes often occur faster than people expect, reinforcing the idea that the body is eager to heal when given the opportunity. This is not about temporary detoxes or short-term programs. It is about building a nutritional foundation that supports health for decades. It is about aligning daily habits with human biology, rather than working against it, and this naturally leads to a larger question. If these foods are so powerful, how should they fit together in everyday life? How much of each should we eat? And what should be minimized or avoided? To answer these questions, Dr. Fuhrman introduces a radically different way of thinking about dietary structure, one that challenges traditional food guidelines and redefines what a truly healthy diet looks like. That framework is the Nutritarian food pyramid, and understanding it brings everything together into a clear, practical, and sustainable lifestyle.